Hello, I'm Dr. Manjir Mitra. I'm one of the doctors from India and I'm working as a senior resident in obstetrics and gynecology. So I passed my MRCOG Part 3 in February 22 and I scored 77%. And to give credit where it's due, it's all thanks to Dr. Sidra Ali and the entire team of RFA tutors. I booked their regular course in November 21. And initially how we were planning it out was like one module per week. So if you go on the website, you will find that it is a very well thought out and planned and very, very organized website where everything has been compartmentalized and is quite easily accessible for us, and there is a whole lot of material. So my strategy was, at the beginning of the week, I would make a note of which module we are doing that particular week. Then I'll listen to the MRCOG Part 3 pre-recorded audio available on the website. It is the audio recording of the previous batches. The classes ma'am has already taken, where I can listen to how ma'am is interacting with this candidate, how the candidate is approaching the case, what all corrections ma'am is making, and what are the most important points that need to be covered. After just listening to the audio, I used to quickly look through the templates provided in one segment of the website. The templates are like scripted format of that particular case, and it is really helpful when it comes to last minute revisions. Then I would also like to brush through the summaries that were available. They were available on the website, the GTG and NICE summaries. I also used to brush through my notes from part 2. Let me tell you here that extensive studying of the GTG, the NICE and the TOGs are not very essential as essential it was in part 2. However, we have to have a thorough understanding. We have to know about the flowcharts, about the algorithms, about the most important recommendations, because there is a domain called applied clinical knowledge and we need to brush up on that particular skill as well. So from time to time, revisions from the summaries on the website are also very much required. So after listening to a case, going through the template, going through the summaries, I would quickly jot down the most important bullet points. And I used to keep a bullet format so that it is very easily revisable just ahead of the exams. When the classes are being conducted with ma'am will be also providing very lucid flowcharts, which are very easy to understand and you will be able to retain it very easily. So with this format, we were practicing initially 3-4 cases every week, and the real impetus came about 2 months before the exam when the booking was done. And yes, we were sitting for February exam this year. So from that point onwards, ma'am started the fast track course. And this, everybody from our batch had agreed unanimously that fast track course is a must. Because in this particular course, we are discussing about the important stations that had come in recent times. And ma'am takes so much effort. So much of dedicated work goes into preparing the flowcharts, preparing the materials for us, so that even if we come across an odd station, we are quite prepared to sail through. And her flowcharts, her algorithms, if we can just memorize and deliver it, then that is sufficient to make us through. Also, another important point I would like to highlight is that we have got something called Sidra ma'am's lines, and we were like constantly looking up like, do we have a Sidra ma'am's line for this? So what Sidra ma'am's lines represent, that she beautifully explains a particular disorder, a particular condition in a very concise way, so that your entire explanation to the patient is in a very concise, structured way that is not going to kill your time. See, if English is not one of the fortes, these lines are going to be really helpful, because ma'am's classes are also just not brushing up your skills, brushing up your applied clinical knowledge, but she focuses a lot on communication part, on showing empathy. But even if English is one of your forte and you're proficient in the language, then also these lines are very helpful. I'll tell you why. Because when we try to elaborate something, we try to exaggerate, we get off the track at times, but with ma'am's lines, we can deliver whatever information is required well in time. Initially, when I was practicing, it was very difficult to complete the entire station within 10 minutes. But slowly, as her lines got imbibed, I could easily finish the stations in time. So, about 3 to 4 weeks before the exam, the fast track course will end, and by that time the fast track stations as well as the regular course stations have to be on your fingertips, and then you're in a very good position to go passing in your attempt. So along with this, I would highly recommend the mock exam. That I would suggest that you plan about 2 to 3 weeks ahead of the exam. Please take the mock seriously, appear in the mock in a very well prepared manner so that it is a real time reflection of how the exam is going to be for you. In the mock, the main advantage is that